Good evening and welcome to Facebook Live on Friday the 5th of August. I am a little bit early, a minute or so. I'm just refreshing my computer. Yay, it's worked. Get rid of that. Yeah, and I have somebody watching with me. Excellent. Could have been a one-to-one, Lorraine. No, we've got more people joining us. Excellent. Hi, Sally Ann. Brilliant. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jill. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Philippa. Hi, Jane. Hi, Maxine. Hi, Tina. Hi, Katie. Oh, this is fabulous. Thank you. This is wonderful. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Brenda. I'm assuming that you can hear me okay. Hi, Linda. Hi, Joy. I'm sure you must be able to. Yeah, you are on time tonight, Michelle. Well done. Hi, Patsy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Linda. Yay, lots of hearts. Fabulous. Hi, Joe. Hi, Sandy. Grandson's gone to bed perfectly. Well done. That's lovely. Hi, Kathy from Colorado. And I got notification, actually, did I? I got notification that they were out with the driver. So they should be with Simon Says and hopefully be on the website next week, I would think. Hi, Donna. Brilliant. Glad you can hear me okay, Lynn. That's great. Your collection arrived, Donna. That's fabulous. The post has really been good, hasn't he? Hi, Belinda. Oh, this is fabulous. Thank you. Right, okay, so, hi, Jackie. Oh, excuse me a minute. Sorry. Oh, yes, so I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to have a little look at the collection, only very briefly. Hi, Wendy, because I think everybody's probably seen it by now. Hi, Trudy. And if you haven't, there's 2 other videos you can go and watch, more in-depth ones that will talk you through all the products. Hi, Samantha. And Lynn, hi. Brilliant, Diane. You've got your collection as well. That's fabulous. I've started seeing some cards as well, which is wonderful. Excellent, Lynn. You got yours as well. Hi, Judith. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera. We'll have a quick little look at the collection. I've got some sample cards to show you from the design team, and then I'm going to make a card. I'm going to keep you right till the end to announce the winner. Your collection arrived this morning as well. Fantastic, Judith. Hi, Sheena, sorry. Okay, right, let's flip the camera. Hello to anybody else who comes on who I haven't said hello to. So, hi, Sue. No chance of craft until Wednesday. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right. Excellent. Well, they've had their shipment, so it should be on its way to you very soon, Ruth, I'm sure. Penny will be working her socks off to get that out to you. Okay, bear with me while I flip the camera. Oh, I hope I haven't left anything out. I've been playing with something new this afternoon and I suddenly realised I hope I haven't left it out. I don't think I have. Hi, Gaynor. Right, I'm going to move these over here so that I know the light's horrible, but I'll move it when I look at the products. Okay. So, this is Hazel's beautiful, beautiful collection. I called it Wonderful Christmas, and lots of hand-drawn elements. I love it that it works so well with Hazel's existing collections that she's got. And they will mix and match and work together. Some of the stamps in here I can see that I'll be using all year round, so they don't have to be just for Christmas. Yeah, I just think it's fabulous. And I have to say that we have been blown away. The response from the trade and also obviously from you customers has just been fantastic. And I personally am at limited stock, so it really is, once it's gone, it's gone. So, and it's available at the moment from Dragon's Papercraft, from Hixie Soft Crafts, from Craft Stash, from the Stamp Hut, and Paula's, I didn't look the show up. Paula's going to be at, I'm sure it's Lee on Sunday, and it's at Craft Bliss, and it's at Let's Create, and it's at the Art of Craft, and it's on its way today to the Mulberry Bush. So from Monday, the Mulberry Bush will have it listed as well. And Simon Says Stamps, it should have been delivered this afternoon, so it will be on their website. Actually, I say this afternoon, it's still probably the afternoon, or maybe, well, it's still their working day. So, but I wouldn't think it'll be on until next week. So that's great. Oh, Joe, poor you, having to take Evie to the pub. Well, she said she couldn't stay. It's not fair, is it? I don't know. Okay, so this is the fabulous collection. So we have Wonderful Christmas. So this is the stars, and these all work with Hazel's You're a Star die set. Hi Gemma, thanks for joining us, love. Yeah, so you've got the You're a Star dies that will work with these as well. Got fabulous, the stars I love the stag as well. And you've got the lovely words, so you've got peace, joy, love and Noel. You've got happy, merry and Christmas. We've got season's greetings. Got this lovely sentiments, which is fabulous for the inside of your cards, with wishing you the most wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. Then you've got from our, from my, to yours, house, home and today. So if you've got any of the previous collections, this is fabulous to use for birthday cards, like if you're 21 today or things like that. Then we've got Merry Christmas, and this is based around Hazel's circle stamps that we've had before. And this will work with the circle dies from the original Layers, Banners and Frames. No, Layers, Frames and Banners die set. We've got Merry Christmas. And in one of the other ones, the sentiment set, we've actually had Happy Christmas. So you have both now. Got the stag, which is in a different size, which is fabulous to put together with the big one. Oh, excuse me, I've got a terrible frog. Got lovely hand-drawn snowflakes as well in 3 different sizes and different styles as well. Got the lovely string of stars, which again I would be using any time. The 3 scribble Christmas trees in the different sizes. And also the hanging baubles, but I would use these at any time as well, I think. And then you've got the mixture of Christmas words as well, which is fabulous for a lovely background stamp. And then we've got the Christmas border. So lovely, the trees and the snowflakes. Got elements of the circles here. So if you've got the circles in the other stamp sets, lovely to use those and add some of those in. Beautiful big snowflake, and then some little ones, which are great fillers. And if you watched Hazel's live last night, you'll have seen how she used the little ones in the background and everything. And they're so useful to have. They really are. And then we've got Happy, Merry and Christmas. So whether you're a Happy Christmas or a Merry Christmas person, it doesn't matter. We've catered for both. And I just wanted to say as well, I've sent an email out today. If you're not subscribed to the email, and that's done from the Sweet Honey Designs website. So if you go on to sweethoneydesigns.com and you can sign up to be on the newsletter, then you would have got the email about the fact that we have a YouTube channel, and design team member Kaz has very kindly been uploading lots of videos for me, and the video that Hazel did last night is on there as well. So if you can't find it sometimes, like it's quite hard to find things sometimes in Facebook, then if you go to YouTube, they're all listed and you can see them. And Kaz is trying to give them good titles so that you'll know what the video is about. Always good. Okay, so then we've got the lovely Christmas stencil. This is similar to the birthday stencil, but we've just got Christmas wording in different sizes, and it gives fabulous background. Hazel did point out last night that, silly me, I did it down as a stencil and a mask. In fact, I need to check, but I think Steph did me the right packaging and I sent the wrong packaging, so I do apologise. It is only a stencil. You don't get the mask. You wouldn't want all the little letters, the little bits of the letters that come out, because you wouldn't use them like that. So it's just a stencil, so you're not missing anything, but I do apologise because the packaging is wrong. Okay, so that is all the product. Then we have some cards to share. So I love this one from Joe. Oh, I want to put some, in fact, I'm going to put the products there to hide the light a little bit. Does it work better on the stamps? Not really. No. Okay. This beautiful one from Joe. She's used black ink with the stencil, which I really do love. It's really, really vibrant on that lovely inky background. And then she's used a lovely sparkly silver embossing powder with the Merry Christmas and the trees. How lovely is that? This would be such a great one to batch make, like real quick and easy Christmas cards. Lots of backgrounds, different colours. Perfect. Then we've got this one from Emma Smith, and Emma's made this lovely shaker card, but she's got the circle stamp inside the shaker, and she's put one of the skinny frames around the edge and the lovely glitter, and then she's used the baubles and the stars along the top, and she's extended the Christmas border along the bottom to fill the whole. This is like an 8x8 card, and then the beautiful with the sentiment. And Emma always stamps. She stamps with VersaFine, but she puts clear embossing on the top, which it really does give them. So I've started doing it, I have to say, but it looks absolutely fabulous. And I love how the background is actually in a softer grey colour, and then the trees at the front here are in the black as well, and then it's filled with lots of snowy sequins, which is lovely. And I've got another one from Emma. Emma's used the snowflakes in pink and in white, so you can just about see. It might actually be clear. No, it is white. It is white embossing. So we've got white embossed and pink embossed snowflakes and stars. But I love how she's die cut the dinky circle and turned it into a bauble, and then she's die cut the Merry Christmas and heat embossed that as well, and the snowflakes, just to make her own baubles, which I think is fabulous. Then this one from Kaz, where she's used, and I think this is fired brick. It's a really lovely, no, it's aged mahogany, isn't it, Hazel? I bet it is. I'll have to ask Kaz, but I've suddenly came to me that it's probably aged mahogany. But she stamped it and then spritzed it gently with water, so it just gives you that like watercoloury effect to it. And I love how she's then added the black elements with the wording and the stag as well. Again, a great one to batch make, and really quick and effective Christmas cards. Then this one, she's used green card in the background and stamped in a white pigment ink, very subtly with the trees in the background and some wording. And then she's used the circle, but she's distressed the edges of the circle, and it's all like, it's been not sandpapered, but like roughed up at the edges. It looks lovely. And the tree as well, just a little bit of water on it. But again, with that stag, it just looks beautiful. And she's added a lovely little wooden button as well. Then we got this one from Philippa. Lovely with, Philippa often does white embossing onto craft. Because of Philippa, when you see something soon, not that I'm teasing or anything, but Philippa made me think I need to do white embossing on craft. So you're going to see a lot of white embossing on craft soon. But the stars, again, I love how she's then got the snowflakes. These have been done in like a chocolate brown as well. They're not in black, which just looks really lovely. You think it's fired brick. No, I said fired brick the other night. I don't know if Kaz is watching. I don't know if that's aged mahogany or fired brick. We'll ask her anyway. But yeah, so I love this. Again, on the craft's been layered onto white, and it just really gives it that lovely frame around the edge. And this one from Joe, it's going to, oh, I can pick it up. Look, beautiful white embossed snowflakes on the card, and then she's done peace, joy, love and Noel and coloured those in. I've done them onto coloured card, but it's really effective. Again, another one, great one to batch make. Then we've got, this one's Joe's as well. We've got the Christmas, we've got the Christmas stencil that's been dry embossed, like so put through the die cutting machine with the embossing mat, because it's actually embossed on here. I don't know if I can pick it up. You might be able to see this bit here, but you can feel it. It's lovely. And then with the vellum, and this has been white embossed onto vellum, which just looks gorgeous. And again with those lovely, the glosses, just to pull your eye into that sentiment. Then we've got one from Marion here. Lovely background, just little splodges of ink. And then we've got some ultra high white. And then we've got platinum sparkle. I need to get my platinum sparkle out. That is beautiful. Really lovely. Again, lovely one to batch make. Three embossed snowflakes and a sentiment and you're done. Perfect. And then I love this one as well from Marion. She's stamped and heat embossed in a teal embossing powder, and then sprinkle some ultra high white on the top so it looks and feels like snow. It is really lovely. I don't know if I can pick up, but it's beautiful to feel. And actually the blue is gorgeous, and it is soft aqua, oasis and oceanic. That is really lovely. Like that. Then I've got one from Emma Smith, and this one Emma's used some wood paper in the background. I love how she's done the trees with the really soft pastel colours. She's torn paper to give the trees, the border, something to sit on so it looks like snow, and put glitter on the top of them. And then she's used the beautiful blooms, but again in those lovely soft pastel colours. It's absolutely gorgeous, but again white heat embossed with the snowflakes just on a little bit of her paper, and then the sentiment on that lovely soft pink as well. Really different for colours, but looks absolutely stunning. I've got lots of cards to do still, and I've got a card to make. Oh, and I've got a prize to give away. Oh, sorry. Okay, this one's from Kaz. Again, a lovely inky background, some snowflakes, and then she's stamped the Christmas border, and she's added a single tree that she's actually cut out. So that's got some dimension to it. It's really noticeable in real life. And I got this one from Marion. Marion shared this one today, and this is True Marion. So this is like teal card, and she's got silver and white and the little tiny snowflakes that she's put glitter glue in the middle of, so they're all sparkly. Just looks really, really fab. Love that. And then this one's from me, and I made an inky background and splattered it with water, so it got really soft pale colours. Did my platinum embossing and added a little bit of glitter glue over the top. Little bit of glitter cardstock either side just to frame it, and then I stamped pink snowflakes at the top and purple at the bottom to reflect my inky background. Oh, that's nice to see lots of hearts. It's a fabulous collection. I think it's so versatile. This is another one from me. This is just black with platinum, and you don't need anything else. I mean, look how fine that sentiment is. Let me, if my camera will actually like really, that sentiment is just so beautiful for being a heat embossed. And I sprinkled some snowflakes around the top as well. Don't forget, if you want to see all the cards, I know Philippa was doing an album so that everyone could put their cards in. I think Hazel had done it, and I've done some, but I know Philippa had done it. But you can also find them on Pinterest. So if you go to pinterest.com/Julie Hickey Designs, then there is a board for every single stamp set and die set that we have. So really nice and easy to find. I love this, how Philippa's used Merry Christmas. And I love this like flurry of snowflakes as well. Little bit of the Christmas border along the bottom. And then she's done just Christmas in black along the bottom as well. Really beautiful. Yes, the platinum is from Wow. It's my most favourite powder ever. Platinum and sparkle platinum is really lovely as well. This one again from Marion. I love the colour of the card. Again, lots of dots of ultra high white embossing powder, so it looks like snow. And then the strings of stars that have got black and silver embossing powder on them. So it's got a mix, like sprinkling of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. And then we've got another one from Philippa where she's used the wood of the stars. And I love how she's done half and half as well. And she's made her own sentiment. So because we've given you all those words, instead of putting from our house or from our home to yours, she's added the Merry Christmas as well. And because Hazel's done it in all the same typewriter font, just really works. And I love that we've got different sizes, so it just draws your eye to look and see the lovely, like it's all the same font, but it's in different sizes, so it draws your eye to the sentiment. And then I love how she's put the stag on the top of the Noel as well. Really lovely. Then well, I'm down to the last three. Okay, so this one is from me, and I heat embossed with lovely turquoise embossing powder. This is one of the, no, this is Catherine, I think this is Catherine Pooler's one. This is the Cumberbund. I should get it and show you really, because it's turquoise and sparkly. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love how just I did all the sparkle on the stars and on the wood on the wood on the stars as well. Added a bit of glitter card around the edge, and was able to do that because I used the You're a Star dies and die cut a frame to go around the edge. Somebody else has asked me, is the platinum? Yes, it is from Wow. Yep. I only use Wow powders because they are the best. Absolutely. Okay, so this one is Philippa's. I love her inky background that she's done here. And she's used the stencil as well. And I actually don't know how you've done that, Philippa. No, I don't. Because it's flat. Okay, that's a mystery. I don't know if you've inked up the stencil and spritzed it and then put it down, because the wording is white. You've got me there. Okay, but I love it. And then I love how you pulled out the red. You've got pink snowflakes, red snowflakes, and the words in red as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Use the stencil to stamp. Oh, okay, so you've inked up the stencil. Okay. Wow, I've never done that. I think I'm going to have to try that. That's, Philippa, we might need a live. I'll get you onto doing a live at some stage. That is so clever. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, last card. So this one's from me. I've just stenciled the word in because I didn't know you could do clever things like that. Because I'm not clever. I just see things as they are. That's my problem. So I've platinum embossed the stars, cut them out and done a little bit of inking. I just look at this bit. Platinum on vellum. How lovely is that? And I always do my vellum when I'm doing it something like this and I've got a busy background. I put 2 layers of vellum down because it just helps to make it more opaque than transparent. So only a little bit. You can still see through, but it does help. Yes, she said yes. Oh, excellent. Oh, fabulous. Okay, I will speak to Philippa and sort that out with her at some stage. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way. And I'm going to bring my card in. So I'm going to be using Uncharted Mariner and Mermaid Lagoon. I'm going to be using the stencil. I shall be using the stamps and some bits of cards ready and some dies. And I was inspired by this. I love this card of Philippa's. I love how she's turned it around and made the stars like a plaid look. I loved her background with a little bit of stenciling and the stamping. I made this one the other day and I really liked it, but I much prefer Philippa's background. We've only had broadband for 2 weeks and it's gone down. Oh dear. Okay, well, we'll talk about it, Philippa, don't worry. Okay, and this is another one that inspired me because I want to do a mixture of having an aperture, because I love this with the inside, and having some patterned on the front. So this was, I created using the stags and the trees, and then I just die cut from my circle. So I used the dinky circle and I used one of them out of the regular the original set. So I'm going to do a mashup. So goodness knows what it'll look like. Okay, so I don't have big cards, and this was bigger than Philippa's card is bigger than the card sizes that I have. So I cut a piece of card the size I wanted it to be, and I've scored down the edge here. And then I'll be able to cut another piece and I'll be able to glue that together. I'll only fold the back so I can make my own card base. And then I cut a piece of card to go on the middle that I'm going to do all the decorating from, and this piece is the bit that I'm going to decorate. So I'm going to start off with the stencil. So I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling. In fact, I'll move that down because you can see right down to the bottom, because I want to be able to keep the ink pads in view. Okay, so I learnt last night that from Hazel, from watching Hazel's video, that when I do the stenciling, I put too much ink on my brush. So I'm not going to put as much ink on, and I'm going to see if it plays out better for me. And I'm just going to have little areas. So I don't want it completely covered. And I don't want it to be too strong. I want it to be able to read it or see it or know it's there, but I don't want it too strong. Okay, and I'll have a little piece down the bottom. And you don't have to keep using the same part of the stencil. You can really mix it up and have different parts showing. Right, now I'm going to pick up some of the, I love this. I'm forgetting what it's called. Uncharted Mariner. Okay, so I'm going to have a piece down here. And I'm going to have a little bit up there. And I'm going to have a little smidgen, because I do like to do things in threes. I'm going to have a little smidgen down there. So I'm happy with that. So that is my background. Then I'm going to I'm going to put this in my press now, because unlike Hazel, I really don't like stamping without my press. I'm not confident at all. Okay, so I've made myself a little storage book. It's not decorated yet, but it will be. So I'm going to use the Christmas wording stamp. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to use Uncharted Mariner because I really do like this colour. I don't know if it's what Philippa used on hers. I think it probably is, but I don't know if I've picked the other colour that she used. I'm not sure that she used Mermaid Lagoon. I'm not sure it's not just one colour. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to have another piece over here. Don't be afraid to go on and off the card as well. So you don't have to have the whole of the design showing. It's absolutely fine to go off a little bit as well. And I am cleaning my stamps in between Hazel. I did think we were a bit mean to Hazel last night. Poor girl. She managed to clean her stamp twice. Couldn't quite get it for a third go, but never mind. How did you do? Oh, my storage box. Oh, do you mean for my stamps? Sorry, Susan. I think you mean for my stamps. Okay. Hazel has done a video which is on her... Oh, Hazel, is it on your Hazel Eaton page? Or is it on your tutor one? Or is it on your Dragons Papercraft? It might be on all of them, probably. But yeah, okay, so clean that one. And then I'm going to take my stars. So I'm building up my background. And now I'm going to use the medium star, I think. Actually, that's the size. I think that is the size that Philippa did. So I'm going to stamp him on there. And I actually don't know how Philippa did this to line it up. So I'm going to have a go. So we're learning together. So I'm going to have one star there. And then I am going to have to clean it. And I'm going to flip it round. So that's, and then I'm going to place it down, and I'm hoping it's going to be okay. And we will see. And I'm not going to worry that there is text behind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut it out. Oh, look at that. Isn't that clever? Oh, Philippa, you're so clever. Right, I'm going to change it. I'm not going to do all big ones or all medium-sized ones. I'm going to change it up now for the little one. And I will have one over here. And I'm going to put one up there. So I think it's always nice to change things up a little bit as well. Like, you know, got inspired by Philippa, but let's try and put my slant on it a little bit, which is why I'm going to... Now I've forgotten how many times I turned it round. Okay, so that was there. Yeah, so I think it's like that. I'm sorry if my head's getting in the way, but just trying to line it up. And if it's not lined up, it's because my head wasn't in the way. Any excuse. Yay, I think that's just so clever. And it just looks like plaid. It's lovely. And I'm going to go off ever so slightly at the top. Or am I? I'm going to die cut this, remember, so I do need to come up a little bit. Yeah, we'll go off slightly. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it, clean it, and then turn it around. What's Joe just said? That is so clever. You could rotate. You could. Wouldn't that be lovely? You could do 2 different colour blues, 2 different colour greens. It would be great to do that on a birthday card as well. I just think that's fab. It just totally changes them. So just giving you like more and more ideas, really. Okay, so I'm going to die cut my star. I have to say that I haven't actually got one finished, so I don't actually know totally what I'm doing, but I'm just going to give this a dry because I want to die cut and I don't want my ink coming out on my mat, on my plate. Oh, I could have put clear embossing powder on it, couldn't I? Oh well. Started heating it now. In fact, there must be a clear sparkly one, and that would be a really nice one to have for Christmas. And if there's not a clear sparkly one, then there should be, but there will be. Okay, so now I need to get my star dies, which I have in here in my other book. So yeah, so Hazel, I hope you've answered the lady's question about where she can find your video to make the stamp storage. Okay, bear with me. I am just having to get my plates and everything out. I forgot I was going to die cut. Now this is what I was talking about last night. This magnetic platform, oh my goodness, this is like a life changer for me. I absolutely love it. You put this down and you put that down over the top, and you don't need to tape it. You can, but you don't need to, and it doesn't move when you put it through the die cutting machine. It is brilliant. And I know that Hazel has them on her. I stole Hazel's when she brought hers home for her to have. Go on. Oh. Right, I hope it's cut because it just... Yes, it has. Right. So I've cut that out. So now I've got my star, but I've also got the frame because this is one that cuts the frame. So I don't think mine will come out like that. Hazel just does it and it just falls out. I don't know what I've done to mine that makes them not do it. But anyway, just a little help with my pokey tool and it all comes out. So then you could die cut another one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around the edges of that one. So this is going to go inside, and then this can come up with foam pads. Okay, so let's pop my star back. I don't want to lose it. And before I do that, so I'm going to ink around the edge of this. So that's done, and this needs some inking around the edge. So I'm going to pick the no, I'm not going to pick the darkest colour actually. No, I'm going to clean it off and I'm going to go with the paler colour because it'll give me a contrast against my pattern star, because my pattern star is all the mariner. And then I can put some glitter glue on this as well, so I can make it sparkly, or I could put glossy accents on it and it could be shiny instead. Okay, so now I've got some contrast, and I think actually I'm going to use this colour for edging the card as well. So I'm just going to bring a little bit of colour around the edge of my card. And I love these. I have to say these are Funky Fossil ones, and they are so soft and they blend so nicely. I must get some more of these. And it's so lovely that they're white as well, so you can see perfectly what colour's on there, what colour you're going to get. Okay, so then this is going to go in here with the right wording bit. That's it. And then that's going to go down onto my card. Okay, so let's clean this up. So now I need to bring my pieces back in. So I have my piece that I scored. So I'll just bend that back a little bit so you can see the score line a little piece. And then I'm just going to put glue down that edge. And this is a good way if you don't have big cards. It's a way of making your own big size cards, really. And then join that together. Just apply a little bit of pressure, give that a chance just to bond, like my friend taught me. And then when I turn this over, you only ever fold the back piece, because then the front piece will always be nice and unspoiled and not folded in any way. Okay, so then we're going to put this on the front. Whoops. So I just want some glue around the edge. And then we'll place this down, making sure I've got my border nice all the way around. And again, just really get those edges to firm down so you don't get any wavy bits. And as Hazel says, if you turn it over and make sure your board's nice and clean, but just firm around those edges. All it needs is that bond to start happening, and then it's stuck. It's brilliant. Okay, so then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue around the edge. Of my star. And then make sure I've got my wording right, because obviously that's going to still line up, which is rather nice. And firm that down, and then I'm going to get a foam pad and I'm going to raise my star up. Oh, I know what I'm going to do first. Need a sentiment. It's not really going to show up on there. Okay, I can still put my sentiments on there. That's okay. I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a foam pad on the back and raise it up, like I said. And then I'm going to pop the star in. Got ink all over myself. Okay, so now I need to do my sentiment. So I inked up a piece of card earlier so that this would dry. Oh, could do nice white embossing actually, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do white embossing. So we will have, pop that in. I shouldn't need any more actually. Right, some sentiments. So I think I do love this. Right, I love this Merry Christmas. So I'm going to cut banners. I haven't done banners for ages. Whoops, let's do it out the same way. So I'm going to cut these into banners. So let's pick those up, and then, oh, and I took a picture earlier and I forgot to post it. There is nothing like a new Wow embossing ink pad. I've done lots of embossing this afternoon, and it was such a joy that this was a nice new ink pad. And everything stamped out beautifully, everything embossed beautifully. Get me a piece of card. It was just fabulous. Now I've got to hope that my bit of card is dry. It should be. I did do it much earlier. There we go. So then I can heat this and get my heat tool. So I'll put this heat station. I should get actually heat from underneath maybe. Marion will be proud of me. But you get a much nicer finish. It's much smoother, much flat, not flatter, but much smoother embossing if you heat from underneath. I'm just wondering, I will have a look. But yeah, how lovely does that look? And it's on the same Uncharted Mariner, so it's going to be exactly the right colour to go on there with our stars. Just wondering if I've got any ultra high. Oh, it looks like I have. Oh, but I've stuck it on the card now. Oh, I could have, yeah. Opaque, bright white, ultra high. So this is big bits of embossing. Look, you can see the chunks. You can see big those pieces are in there, as opposed to like normal embossing. You can actually see the granules of it. It's like granulated sugar as opposed to icing sugar or something similar. And so I could have sprinkled bits on here, but I've stuck it onto my card. We could try, it might warp it a little bit, but let's try. Okay, so you just literally sprinkle bits on, and then you heat from underneath, because I haven't used any ink or anything to hold it on, but it's got 2 layers of card to go through, so it might take a little bit of time for it to melt, and it will warp my card a bit more than normal. As soon as it starts to go, you can come round to the front and finish it off. It would have been much better if I'd have done it. Oh, it's starting to go. It would have been much better if I'd have done it before I put it on my card. But it's lovely because it gives you texture as well as those white bits of powder. That burns it now. So then you can come in from the top and just finish off. Obviously, if you've got any loose bits, it's going to fly around. But so now we've got these lovely bits of dimension on there as well. So I'm just going to put a few more little bits over here. We'll just have it in those 2 opposite corners, because it is much better if you do it, like I say, do it first before you stick your card together. Sorry. I'm very aware I don't want to be too close. I've got a horrible feeling that I burnt it. I find it so hard doing it upside down. Now, the only other way I could have done this, and that's something I forgot, is that you can sprinkle water onto your card, and the embossing powder will stick to the water. So I'm going to come in from the top and hope it doesn't blow. It will blow it all away. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just realised I'm not doing it anywhere near where you can see it. Okay. Now, whatever goes, goes. And whatever is there is going to stay. So not a very good demonstration of ultra high. I do apologise. I need to bend the card back. Try and get it some sort of a semblance of flatness. So yeah, I should have just shown you Marion's card again. I will in a minute. Okay, so but I have got some of this nice white texture now in the background of my card. So now all I've got to do is chop my sentiment up. Let me get my guillotine. First of all, I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to do banners, aren't I? I think. Right, so I chop this. Let's move these out of the way. Sorry. And get this in then. Okay, so I line up the bottom of my letters. Actually, I'm just poking through because this has actually got quite a long, an extra piece, like quite a wide bit before from the edge of the guide to the blade. I know what I mean. Okay. So we'll chop it close to the M. And I've got enough to make that into a banner. Actually, we'll do this the other way then. Okay, so the tops of the letters. And we'll cut that to the S. Okay, get rid of those. And then move this out of the way. Then my little trick is cut up first of all, and then cut into it either side, and it's much easier to line it up because you've gone into the middle part first of all. So you cut up the middle and then cut in from the side, and you can have it however long you want it. But you know that that bit in the middle, the centre of your banner is actually going to be the middle, because you cut up the middle, if that makes sense. Okay, so give that a bit of a squish. I will get it flat. I will probably have to sit on it. Okay, so then I got these fabulous foam pads from Hazel. These are hunky-dory ones, and they are 1 centimetre wide. And usually when I do my sentiments, that is about the right size for the width that I've cut them. Oh, look at that, perfect. So we can have this now. I'm going to place it on the star, I think. And we could go round, if I hadn't put that heat emboss in, can have one going one way, one going the other. Because I've done the heat embossing, I could have gone round and done little snowflakes, but I'm sure I'll be able to fit some snowflakes in. Let me get Hazel's little pack and the little ones, and if I can find, there's my, couldn't find my what's it called, a block, that's it. Okay, so got my little snowflake. Hopefully I won't go where there is, oops, okay, watch me mess this up. Yes, I did. Okay, so we'll have one more down there, and we'll have one more up there. And what I'm going to do with that one is I'm going to put a glossy over the top around my, no, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in my favourite. So I am going to glitter up around the edge of my solid colour of the star. And then I'm going to do my little trick around the edge of the cardstock, because I do love that. So I will show you how to put a straight line of glitter glue around the edge. So literally just squeeze and pull it down gently, and squeeze and pull it along gently. So you're getting that lovely thin line of glitter glue around the edge of your piece of card. Okay, so we could put some glosses on there if we wanted to finish that off, but just to bring in Philippa's as well. So they both look different. We've used different, I'll bring the other two cards in that were sort of a bit inspiring as well. So you could actually cut an actual aperture as well if you wanted to. So we could have made the star an aperture, but just some different ideas. I'll bring this one so you can see this one. I like that one with the trees, I have to say. So yeah, so just some different ideas. So, okay, I've got one more thing to do, haven't I? Let me flip the camera. Okay, and I'm just going to grab. So I have, let's move that light. So I hope you enjoyed that, ladies. Oh, sorry. I hope you enjoyed that. Another idea for you. Don't forget, everything is on Pinterest. So pinterest.com/Julie Hickey Designs, and there is a board for every single stamp set, every die set, everything. And don't forget, everything is available but selling fast, and there's no stock left or very, very, very limited. So it's available from Dragon's Paper Craft, Hixie Soft Crafts, Craft Stash, The Stamp Hut, Craft Bliss, Let's Create, The Art of Craft, and it will be at the Mulberry Bush on Monday as well. And it will also be with Simon Says Stamps in America. It's arrived today, so hopefully it will be online, I would think, early next week. And I've got one more card to come, which is being delivered tomorrow, but these are the cards, the 7 different cards that there's going to be from one of each. I'm giving all the favourite cards away, so that this is Joe's, this is Kaz, this is Marion, this is Philippa's, this is mine, and this is Emma's, and Hazel's is arriving tomorrow, so that will be a surprise. And the lucky person who is winning the cards is, and I pulled this out, I asked my husband for a number and I went through and counted the comments for that number, and it's going to Gemma Wooditts. So you have won, Gemma. I will pack the cards up when Hazel's arrives tomorrow, and I'll message you so that I've got your postal address so I can get them in the post to you. And I'm glad you are watching tonight, because it's always nice when the person who wins is actually there. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on Friday evening. I can't wait to see everything that you make. Please share them in Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey, share them on the Julie Hickey Designs page, wherever you like, in Hazel's page as well, because Hazel loves to see them. But I did go onto her group and see that there was some cards on there already. So really lovely to see them. Love seeing what you all make, and it just inspires us as well. So I'm hoping Gemma hasn't gone, because I don't know if I've seen a comment or not from Gemma. There's loads of lovely congratulations coming up. But yeah, so I hope that Gemma is still watching and that she knows, but I will message her. Excellent. Okay, have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will see you again soon. Bye.